How is everyone today? We are... Oops. Let's make sure my microphone's on. Yep, we're on. How are we doing? Make sure I mute that real quick so I can hear myself. Okay, we are here for another Friday live stream. Hope everyone is doing well. Drop a hello in the chat. Oh yeah, let me go ahead and post on Discord real fast that we are live. Let's see here. Copy that link. I'm live. Let's write a script together. Because that is the agenda for today. We are going to start a series on writing a short film script. And I realize saying it like that makes it sound like I'm going to be teaching, but that's not quite the intention. I mean, I'm going to write a short film live and get help from you all in the chat, hopefully. Reason I'm doing this, it was an idea I had. I did a poll on Discord with a few different ideas, and this is the one that got the most votes, so that's what we are gonna do. I don't really have any ideas right now. Haven't had a chance to really sit down and think about it, so this is really gonna be starting completely from scratch. Yeah, let's make sure I don't have anything. Okay, good, that is off. So let me go ahead and we'll switch over to this view. I did get a little bit of prep started. I'm gonna follow this book, Save the Cat by Blake Snyder. I actually resisted reading this for a long time because I had heard that it's the Hollywood formula, and it gives you basically a very formulaic approach to writing a feature film. And I just I don't want to learn a formula. I want my movies to be different. And, well, as I have matured, I've realized that even if you want to break the rules, you kind of got to know what they are first, right? So, I decided, why not? We're gonna, even though this is mostly geared for feature films, I thought, you know what? Maybe we can apply some of these principles to guide us through doing writing a short film. And hopefully, the goal is that I'll write it and we'll shoot it and release it this year at some point. Hopefully. So these screenplay games come from the end of the first chapter and their exercises. So basically, these are games that he has in here to jumpstart movie idea generating. So we got game number 1 is funny blank. So basically it means pick a drama, thriller, or horror film, turn it into a comedy. And then serious blank is the reverse of that. Take a funny movie and make it into a drama. So it'd be like picking one of those. Game number 2 or 3 is FBI Out of Water. This one, honestly, probably skip just because I don't really watch a lot of those movies. I'm not familiar with the genre, so I don't think I could do that very well. This works for comedy or drama. Name 5 places that an FBI agent in the movies has never been sent to solve a crime. Yeah, like I said, I don't know that. Blank school. This one seems intriguing. Works for both drama and comedy. Name 5 examples of an unusual type of school, camp, or classroom. Number 5, versus. Drama or comedy. Name several pairs of people to be on opposite sides of a burning issue. And then the last one, my blank is a serial killer. Drama or comedy, name an unusual person, animal, or thing that a paranoid can suspect of being a murderer. And so yeah, basically, plan for today. So I want to come up with a log line and a title. That's like the main objective at this point. Log line, for those of you that don't know, is basically that 1 or 2 sentence summary of, setting up the premise of a film. So right now I'm kind of thinking, oops, let's not close my windows. Come back. So, oh, I just realized I cannot see my pointer. Let me fix that capture cursor. Hey, there we are. Now we can see what I'm pointing at. Yeah. So I think we'll go ahead and we'll scratch that one. We're not going to worry about trying to come up with something with that. Let's renumber these because missing numbers bug me. So, what is a serious movie that could come up with a funny premise for? Trying to think. Hey, Kurasu! Welcome. So yeah, basically we're going through these, trying to figure out, trying to come up with a premise, a log line for what this short film could be. Some different options from. Also was confused because the video was paused and I thought it wasn't live yet. Oh no. So I'm pulling ideas from this book on screenwriting called Save the Cat by Blake Snyder. And these are some exercises that he's got at the end of the first chapter for stretching the mind. Hey, Project K, how you doing? Good morning to you as well. Although it's afternoon where I am. Really glad to see your stream at a nice hour, even for me. Good. Glad you can make it. Yeah, sorry. Just take my hoodie off because the cable was rubbing on it. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're trying to come up with, we're going to brainstorm some movie ideas. I want to do a short film. I have no ideas whatsoever. We'll start with coming up with just the premise and a title. That's like the main goal for today. Karasu asks, do you have a preference as to what kind of film you like writing? That is an excellent question. It's funny. I like drama. I like fantasy, comedy. Comedy's, it's weird. It's always really hard for me to come up with something that I like, but when I do finally make something, I'm usually pleased with it. I feel like my humor doesn't fall totally flat. The comedy has actually always been really hard for me to write. So, I wouldn't mind trying to come up with more funny to help me get better at that. Project K, also, just to clarify, I am Skullson. Oh, okay. You may have mentioned that before, but I can't remember making the connection, so we'll just say thank you for the info, now I know. Yeah. An idea I would bring to the table, since the theme is cats in a way, how about we really make a nice short film about the adventures of a cat in a human world? It's a possibility. So where the title Save the Cat comes from is that's what he uses to describe how to make your main character likable. That they should have this save the cat moment, like we're actually, as an example, literally going and saving a cat from a tree or something, and that makes that connection with the audience. Oh, he's a nice person, or oh, she's a great lady. And so basically is just giving your main character a moment that makes the audience connect with them. Basically human society, but just through the eyes of a little lovely cat. It's a possibility. So yeah, these are kind of some brain exercises. So in case you missed it, so basically come up with funny blank. So taking a serious movie and coming up with a funny version of it. Or then the reverse, taking a serious movie and making it. Excuse me, taking a funny movie, a comedy, and taking that premise and making it serious. Another one is come up with an unusual kind of school versus is pitting people together in different scenarios. And then another one is my blank is a serial killer. So something that someone who's paranoid might think, oh, this entity is might be a serial killer. So it could be either a funny, charismatic scene or a sad, emotional scene to make the character become likable. Exactly. Doesn't literally have to be saving a cat, but kind of a good way to encapsulate the idea. So, Kurasu, in that case, drama and fantasy. How about funny Deep Space Nine? As a series, I'm familiar with it rather than a movie, but the style and concept offers a lot of possibilities. Yes, I know that's sci-fi, not fantasy, but consider taking it in a fantasy direction. Whoops, sorry, bumping the table and camera there. I like that idea. I mean, Deep Space Nine always has some chuckle-worthy moments, especially whenever it involves Quark. So there's a possibility. So we can, why don't we go ahead? We'll write down some of these ideas. Funny Deep Space Nine. We've got that world of. I don't mind the idea of that adventures of a cat in a human world. Just knowing. See, then my producer brain immediately starts jumping to, yeah, but how will we make the cat do the things? I'm not sure where to put that, unless it's cat versus humans, some kind of a cat getting into scrapes and making kind of like that old song, "The Cat Came Back." I don't know if you're familiar with that. Old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had an ornery cat that wouldn't leave his home. He tried to give that cat away. Gave it to a man who lived far, far away, but the cat came back, and then just the song gets progressively more and more absurd as he's trying all these things to kill the cat or get rid of the cat. And then kind of the opposite of save the cat. But the cat keeps coming back. So that might be... I know the original song is public domain. There was a reworking of it from the 70s or something that people are more familiar with. I know the original... Unfortunately, piece of from the period of time it first came in, there is some racism in it. So obviously, that if we did take that approach, we would need to definitely remove some aspects from the original material. What else we got? Let's see here. All right, so how about this? We have this startup singer who loves Irish shanties. He is likable, for he tries his very best to get a career in singing, but nobody pays him any mind at first. That's got some possibility. You could actually do it pretty easily with camera work. Have the cat sitting in front of a computer, pan the camera to puppet paws, etc. True. So we'll put cat versus human as an idea there. My cat is a serial killer. The cat came back. Dude! That's actually a really good idea. I like that. My cat is a serial killer. The cat came back. That is actually a pretty cool idea. So let's see. Back up to what Skull's song was saying. So, have a startup singer who loves Irish shanties. I don't know why that feels familiar. Trying to start his career in singing. So where could we put that idea? Oh wait, we could legit combine the cat and Irish shanties idea. Yeah, yeah. What about it's like Irish shanty or sea shanty school? Like that's where he's like trying to learn how to be a sea shanty singer. Let's put that. Irish sea shanty school. That one's a possibility. Man finds out his cat is a hired assassin. He's trying to convince people about it. Yeah. Yeah, that could be. Until the cat cuts him in on it. Ooh, okay. What's another? What about some serious ones? It reminds me of a song by Gazette. She Wants Me Dead. A song about a cat legit trying to kill their owner. Oh, wow. I'll have to look that up. Let's see. What's taking a comedic premise or comedy film and twisting the idea? The Sea Shanty School, of course, on a legit pirate ship, singing Adventures of Pirates. Nice. And then we can see if we can license the VeggieTales song. We are the pirates who don't do anything. This is definitely instead of cannonballs, they throw instruments. I don't know. I either the Sea Shanty School or my cat is a serial killer. I really like both of those ideas. I don't know if they could really be combined. It might make things a little too a little too muddled, a little unfocused. Um, excuse me. Irish Sea Shanty School or my cat is I don't. I like both of them. I really like both of them. Let's start with the my cat as a serial killer, and then maybe we can revisit the sea shanty one and go from there. My first thought on that is serious Looney Tunes, but Beastars. I've seen trailers for that. I haven't actually watched it, so I'm at least familiar. I know what you're talking about. So yeah, let's go with that. My cat is a serial killer. I mean, that could pretty much be the title right there. I think just that by itself is a pretty compelling title. I don't want to combine them. To be fair, first, people love animals, so having a cat within the project is a big bonus. But if you were to put an assassin hood over the cat plus 100 like points, yeah, yeah, we're gonna go with that. We know how the internet loves their cats, so yeah, we will start with that then. Title: My cat is a serial killer. So we do need to come up with kind of a log line. I mean, the title is almost the log line in and of itself, but let's try to be a little more. Let's start to dig down here a little bit. So let's consult the book on. Let's see. So yeah, on that, my blank is a serial killer, drama or comedy. Name an unusual person, animal, or thing that a paranoid can suspect of being a murderer. Example, my boss is a serial killer. Guy gets promoted every time a dead body turns up at the corporation. Is the murderer his employer? So, what's a scenario that would make... Oh yeah, it does. The cat came back. So, I'm going to pull up the words, the original, the public domain words to the cat came back again. I know there is one racist bit, so we will skip that part. Whoops. Let's actually type the cat came back. Let's see here. That's the 1988 film. We're not doing that. Sure. Yes, it came from 1893. So there's different versions. I want the original, and I want the actual lyrics. Lyrical website with several versions. Let's see here. I am not familiar with any of those ones. Let's go back. Where? Watch that. I don't want that. Where is? That's the cover for the sheet music. I thought I had it. Actually, let me see if I still have it on this computer. Now that I think about it, I think I had saved. Okay, there's the cover sheet. So where's the words and the music? I know I've got this. Where did it go? Oh, wait, is that it? Okay, so there's one of them. Here is the cover. Now I know this is like the second page of the music. I guess I should have actually named these files when I saved them. Well, here we go. So, yeah, we'll bring that over. We'll zoom in just a little. Pull up my screen here, make sure I'm seeing everything correctly. And comments. Let's see. Do you want to go the Michigan J. Frog way of it, where he keeps trying to convince people and the cat is just doing cat things? Possibility. Logline, Mr. Smittens is the cat of your ordinary family, at least so it would seem. Mr. Smittens is a secret assassin sent out by the government to hunt internationally wanted criminals. Nice. So, okay, so we got... I'll try to translate this blurry mess. Old Mr. Johnson had troubles of his own. He had a yellow cat that wouldn't leave his home. He tried everything he knew to keep the cat away. Even sent it to the preacher, and he told it for to stay, but the cat came back. Couldn't stay no longer, yes, the cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, thought she was a goner. The cat came back for it wouldn't stay away. The cat did have some company one night out in the yard. Someone... I think this was threw a boot jack and they frowned it. No, threw it mighty hard. Caught the cat behind the ear. She thought it rather slight. When along comes a brickbat and it knocked it out of sight. What's a brickbat? Away across the ocean, they sent the cat at last. Vessel only out a day and making water fast. People all began to pray. The boat began to toss when another vessel came along and took the people off. Okay, so the cat is making the boat sink somehow, but at least in that one, everyone survived. On a telegraph wire, sparrows sitting in a bunch. Cat, feeling hungry, thought she'd like him for a lunch. Climbing softly up the pole, and when she reached the top, put her foot upon the electric wire, which tied her in a knot. But the cat came back. One time, let's see, whoops, lost my spot. There it is. One time, they gave the cat away to a man in a balloon, told him for to give it to the man in the moon. But the balloon, it busted, sure, and everybody said it were 7 miles away or more. They picked the man up dead. See, okay, there's our first victim. The cat was a possessor of a family of its own, with 7 little kittens, till there was a cyclone, blew the houses all apart and tossed the cat around. While the air was full of kittens, not a one was ever found. Aww! Go ahead, get the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to the Animals after us on that one. Oh hey, Kurisu gave us a definition of brickbat. A piece, especially of brick, that is used as a weapon or missile. Well, that makes sense. Let's see. The cat, it was a terror, and they said it would be best to give it... Oh, there's the bad word. To give it to someone who was going out west. A train going round the curve struck a broken rail. Not a blessed soul aboard the train was left to tell the tale. But the cat came back. Oh, can't read it. A man down on the corner swore to kill the cat on sight, loaded up a musket full of nails and dynamite, waited in the garden for the cat to come around. Half a dozen little pieces of the man was all they found. Little boy took the cat away. He got a $1 note, took it down the river in a little open boat, tied a brick around his neck and a stone about a pound. Now they're grappling in the river for a little boy that's drowned. Ooh, he killed the kid. While the cat lay sleeping and resting one day, round came an organ grinder and he began to play. The cat looked around a while and kind of raised her head. When he played Tarada Boomdara, and the cat dropped dead. The cat came back. Oh, no. The new chorus down here on the bottom. But its ghost came back. Tarara Boomdie. But the goat cannot. There we go. But his ghost came back to tell you all about it. Yes, its ghost came back between you and I. Its ghost came back. Maybe you will doubt it, but its ghost came back just to bid them all goodbye. So we definitely got some material to pull from. Yeah. So we've got causing a boat to sink. We've got causing a hot air balloon to crash, drowning a kid, blowing a guy trying to kill it and getting blown up instead. What happened to the guy going out west again? What was it? Train going around the curve struck a broken rail. Okay, so a train crash basically. What was that? Okay, so there's some scenarios we can pull from. This is kind of actually reminding me of the Edgar Allan Poe short story, The Angel of the Odd, which actually I did a short film adaptation of that one as a Uncle Bob story time. That was this could probably be the same kind of tone. This is a story in and of itself. Serious, wrecking a train, right? There's so many bits we could pull from. So, if the cat's a serial killer, let's see, what was it? One of you guys said, where'd it go? It's a cat of your ordinary family, at least it would seem. Mr. Smittens is a secret assassin sent out by the government to hunt internationally wanted criminals. One day, Mr. Smittens got captured by one of his assassination targets, and his family tries its hardest to find their little innocent Mr. Smittens. Then they get a call by a government agent telling them the secret, or something like that. Just brainstorming. Okay. Nice. Nice. So let's see here. Let me pull these back up. Yes. So we want someone to be because I think playing off of the paranoia, we want the guy to be like, I think my cat is evil. Which, that's not a far-fetched thing for people to assume about cats. They have that quality of doubting their moral character. Not that I dislike cats. I think they're great with ketchup. No, I mean, no, cats are great. We've got 2. I'm more of a dog person, but I don't dislike cats. My cat is a serial killer. So, I like the name of Mr. Smittens. So, we have our main character thinks his, or their, could be a girl, to be fair, with the killing a kid part, isn't it somewhat a stereotype in a few movies that kids tend to hurt small animals? Now, what if, hypothetically, the kid killed one of the small kittens, and it actually all started with a revenge kill? Huh. If you want to play off the paranoia, I think having him get rid of the cat and the owners keep dying and the cat returning would definitely open that up. I do like Mr. Smittens too. Yeah, I agree. So cats are great with ketchup. Well, maybe the cat heard that and is now trying to save itself from sure demise by being eaten with ketchup. There was one version of the song that I heard. It's actually the first version I had heard before I learned the history of it, and it was something like, oh, what was it? He took him to the butcher where the meat was ground. He put him in the hopper when the butcher wasn't round. Oh, how did the rest of it go? I keep thinking about the balloon verse. No, what was it? Basically, it winds up where there was fur in the town's hamburger. The cat went in with a blood-curdling scream. Oh, I can't remember. But either way, the cat came back. So, main character thinks his cat's evil. Their cat's evil. Or a serial killer. We've got giving the cat away, and each new owner winds up dead. Could potentially be a revenge plot. What if the main character had hurt a cat when they were a kid? If the main character is then an adult, perhaps it'd be one of the tortured cat's kittens grew up and became the serial killer. Whoa, okay, listen to this. What if the owner tried to get rid of his cat? He brought them to the vet for the final injection shot, but instead the vet trained the cat into an assassin. And in the end, after many years of assassinations, the cat came back. Interesting. Oh, thank you, Kursu. They took him to the shop where the meat was ground. They dropped him in the hopper when the butcher wasn't round. The cat disappeared with a blood-curdling scream and shriek, and the town's meat tasted furry for a week. That's right. But the cat came back. See, that's the whole thing. Don't worry, everyone. The cat's just fine. I don't know if it would make sense for the vet to be the one trying to kill, or training the cat to be a killer. Because in a way that would almost mean I guess that could be an interesting plot twist, or would that be a little too convoluted? Basically the vet's the serial killer, but has the cat do the killings for them. That might be too much of a stretch. But cats are supposed to have 9 lives. Yeah, but is this like a Time Lord cat? It regenerates? Hey Thomas, how you doing? Yeah. Let me let's enlarge these. Just a scooch. There we go. 9 lives thing could really work there, right? Like the vet just got pity on so many animals being rid of, so he started his secret underground animal assassination group. Or something. Yeah, that could actually be an interesting reveal. Maybe they don't stop the cat, or maybe they stop our killer cat, but then it's implied that the cat was part of a much larger ring of animal serial killers. The vet story could work, but we're focusing on the cat here. Good point. I don't know I kind of like the idea of it being a revenge plot. Like, if the what if our main character, whoops, like spell, tormented, didn't kill, tormented the cat's mother, leading the cat to grow up into a human-hating serial killer. Ah! With the main character becoming the final victim. It's a possibility. So how do we turn this into our log line? How do we? I think revenge plot is the main one that a lot of the killer animal horror stories go with. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's a good way to go. Okay? Well, then what if it's something like Bailey, like the cat keeps dying, using up its 9 lives, but over the course of those 9 reincarnations, it starts hating humans for always killing it? Possibility there. Oh, the cat is killing people and coming home, and it starts looking like the owner is doing it. Excuse me. Yeah? Because the cat's framing him. And that would lead into the paranoia of, no, you gotta believe me, I think it's my cat, it's not me. Again, then Project K, like, one time the cat turned into roadkill, one time the cat just got abused, one time the cat was just left starving, etc., until on its final life, it's had enough. That's possible. I don't know, I'm kind of, I think I'm leaning more, I get what you're saying, but I wonder if that still might be a little convoluted. Not to mention that premise might actually be a little too dark, as we might be clearly, if we're going for more of a comedy route, this is definitely dark comedy. I'm worried that if it's a tale of reincarnations of abuse, I'd be worried that might be a little too heavy. Main character never wanted a cat, but it was left to him in his father's will. He returns him to the pound, only to have him returned nearly immediately, as the pound is caught in a mysterious fire. As the bodies pile up, main character begins to suspect that it may not be an accident. Very creative, Kurasu. I like that. As the bodies pile up. But the cat came back. Okay, so let's see if we can refine this into a log line. So thinking of my local talent pool, probably gonna have to, we'll assume a male protagonist, just because that's most likely what I'm able to get. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Should it be... Oh! What if the vet is the main character? The cat coming back is new owners keep bringing the cat to the vet and hearing about how... Oh! What if... Okay. We're seeing things through the perspective of the vet. The cat is being brought back to the vet by new people. He's recognized it's the same cat, and he keeps hearing about the deaths of the previous owners, and the cat keeps coming back, And the vet starts to wonder if if the cat is responsible. And then, oh, and then maybe the ending is, I'm bringing my cat in. This cat just needs to be put out of its misery. And so then it's up to the vet to now kill the cat. And then what's going to happen from there? Oh, what do you guys think of that? What do you think of that? The owners keep having misfortune and getting framed. It could legit turn into the cat paw killer mystery. It could legit be like a documentary about the cat paw killer, because all those victims had a bloody cat paw on their neck, and it always seemed like it was another person. Okay, project. Karasu could very easily go in the direction of a dark comedy with that as well, especially if he's trying to convince people and the cat is all meow. Karasu thinks the vet main character idea is brilliant. Project K says, now that does legit sound nice. Let's go with that. Okay, so our logline is a vet. Oh boy, how do I condense this all into one thought? A vet sees a return. Let's just jot something down. We can edit it from there. A vet keeps seeing a certain cat brought in by a series of different owners as each previous owner is discovered killed. Bad grammar, but we'll just start just to get something written down. As each previous owner is discovered killed, the vet begins to wonder if the cat is responsible. Okay, so there's our first rough draft of our log line that we're going to go with. So let's edit this. So let me flip through the book here real quick, just to make sure there's no little nuggets that can help guide us in refining this. Give me some examples. Title, audience, and cost. Compelling mental picture. Okay, we gotta make sure we have that. Isn't it ironic? The hook. Okay, so like an example of a write first, edit later. Absolutely. I would save on special effects too. No need for the cat to do anything unusual. Also true. Thomas, vet main character is a really good idea. Thanks. Okay, let's set that down. And at a certain point, the vet is so curious that he goes after the cat just to see what horrific deeds it's doing, says Project K. And on the next few visits, the vet tries to convince other people not to adopt the cat, but it's just so cute. Yeah. Okay. So let's not get too lost in the grass here. Let's edit this log line to be more succinct and compelling. Okay. So here's some examples of some log lines. So we got 4 Christmases. A newly married couple must spend Christmas Day at each of their 4 divorced parents' homes. The Retreat. A just hired employee goes on a company weekend and soon discovers someone's trying to kill him. Ride Along. A risk-averse teacher plans on marrying his dream girl, but must first accompany his overprotective future brother-in-law, a cop, on a ride along from hell. So there's that description of the character. So what is it about the vet? Well, the vet isn't the one adopting the cat out. It's people bringing the cat in to be vetted. Puns. kind of a vet? How do we describe our vet to make them a compelling character? An overworked vet? A high-strung vet? Something that would, if he's high-strung or really stressed out all the time, that could give people reason to dismiss their suspicions. Let's go with, let's start, high-strung. A high-strung veterinarian, excuse me, veterinarian, thank you, spell check. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a repeat that a repeat visiting cat, no, that doesn't make sense. That begins to suspect that a regular high-strung veterinarian begins here. Let me go ahead and put this all on a new page. Okay. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that what's the word I'm looking for? A cat that's coming in over and over again. Begins to suspect that a cat has been killing its increasing list of previous owners. Repeat feline patient. Okay, that works. Thank you. Repeat patient. That's the word I was looking for. Not repeat customer. What am I thinking of? Thank you, Karasu. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a cat has been killing its increasing list of previous owners. That a repeat feline patient has been not just killing, we're going to say murdering. That's a much stronger word, because that killing implies it could be accidental. Murdering is where the paranoia sets in. Frequent flyer is a term a lot of doctors use for that. Let's see. Catching up on the chat here. Even starts a secret controversy movement called the Cats Are Secretly Killing People. Regular patient is another. Okay, yeah. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a repeat feline patient has been murdering its increasing list of previous owners. What do we think of that one? I mean, I think I would want to see that. Begins to suspect, Project K, begins to suspect that a cat which has been brought in a few times due to a mysterious death of its owners might be a secret human killer. Okay. So, I'll leave that sentence there just for reference. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a cat which has been So what happens when I don't look at the screen that I'm typing at? I was looking at the chat on this monitor while I'm typing over here. Begins to suspect that a cat which has been brought in a few times due to a mysterious death of its owner might be a secret human killer. The dash makes a difference, yes. So, Well, it feels a little run on, so let's see if we can tighten it up a little bit. Yes, the dash is actually more important than I realized, yeah. The cat is like, I'm a person the whole time! A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a cat which has been brought in a few times due to a mysterious death of its owners. So let's say brought in repeatedly after the mysterious deaths of its owners. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a cat which has been brought in repeatedly after the mysterious deaths of its owners might be a secret human killer. What do we think? Definitely longer. It gives a bit more. I don't know. What do we think? Number 1 or number 2? Which one do you like better? I think they both have their strengths. Like with this one, if anything, I might almost say it's too short. This one, I don't know if we get the sense that it's owner after owner being killed off. What do you think? Here, actually, you know what? I'm going to pull this over. Now we can all see the chat. Let's see here. Human killer, yes, the dash is actually more important. Imagine the cat turns into a human killer during the day and into a human killer during the night. Wow, it takes the story in a whole different direction. Whoops. Let me, let's do this. There we go. Now we can see both. What do we think? I mean, to be fair, I do like the term repeat feline. Throwing both sentences into a blender and taking the nice mixture might be the best option. Good point. Good point. Excuse me. Cursu says number 1 is short, but it's a better tag. Pardon me. Sorry about that. Yeah, see if maybe we can mix these together. Your average tag should fit within approximately 1 tweet. Very good point. Very good point. What is our word count? Or character count? Characters with space is 132, so that's definitely tweetable. And then, whoops. This one, we're at 168. Didn't they just increase the limit recently? It's pushing it, though. We probably want it was 140 characters, right? Or did they increase it recently? I can't remember. I don't use Twitter super often. I mean, I have it up all the time. I just don't post much. Jamming the two together here a bit. So yeah, that's just it. So we got a high-strung veterinarian. That's fine. Whoops. My font size changed. A high-strung... We got about 6 minutes before we're going to stop streaming, so we got to get this log line nailed down. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect, so there's our common, that a repeat feline patient, I like the way that flows, that a repeat feline patient how can we mix these, or combine them? Has been that a repeat feline patient may secretly be responsible for the mysterious deaths of each successive owner? No, that gives more of the... That can mean anything from, oh, it's a cursed cat and people are dying from accidents, to... Yeah, I don't think I like that one. It doesn't quite have the same punch as these two. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a repeat feline patient has been murdering its increasing list of previous owners. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect that a cat, which has been brought in repeatedly after the mysterious deaths of its owners, might be a secret human killer. Yeah, the chat is quite delayed. Okay, so Kurasu here says, a high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect a repeat feline patient, which has an ever-expanding list of previous owners, may secretly be a human killer. Okay. Nice. That flows better than this other one. A high-strung veterinarian begins to suspect a repeat... Wow, Zach, come on. Repeat feline patient which has an ever-expanding list of previous owners may secretly be a human killer. Nice. Folks, I think we have a movie here. Oh, wait, no, we don't. This is going to change the title, because remember our title that we were going with was My Cat is a Serial Killer. If we're seeing this from the vet's perspective, it's not the vet's cat. Your cat? Your cat is a serial killer? Is that... I don't know. Actually, that might work. Come on. Your cat is a serial killer. Because that could be his warning towards the end, especially as he freaks out. Instead of previous owners, deceased owners. I think actually previous owners works because that implies that the cat is still being passed on to more and more people. Although, no, yeah, that's the point, because just previous owners, no, you're right, that doesn't, yeah, we are missing that the people are dying. Deceased. Has an ever-expanding list of deceased owners. Yeah, that is better. May secretly be a human killer. Yeah. I think we've got a movie premise here, guys. I think. I kind of like the idea of him just up and spitting that out. Yes. Your cat is a serial killer! I think we got it. And look at that. It is 1:59 p.m. here. 1 minute to spare. I think this worked out rather well, don't you? So I think next week we will continue to develop this. And, yeah, I'm excited about this. Thank you, everyone, for your help and for your input. Project K, Kurisu. With a crazy look in his eyes, he yells out a little Leslie, 12 years old, your cat is a serial killer. Roll credits. I for some reason, I hear it in, like, Nicolas Cage's voice. Your cat is a serial killer! I don't know. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me, for throwing your ideas around. I think this has been very fun. I've enjoyed this. I hope you have. I need to find the sweetest, kindest, most fluffy, adorable cat for this film. Absolutely. Alrighty. Well, that is all for me for this week. Again, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. We'll see you next week, same time, 1 to 2 p.m. Mountain Time. Also, don't forget that I am streaming on Twitch on Tuesday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Time. We'll continue our Realm of the Mad God journey. And, yeah. Thanks again. We will see you all next time. Oh, yeah. Oh, also, if any of you who are watching this after the fact or have been lurking in the chat, I do have a Discord server in the link below, or in the description below, if you want to hang out with everyone there. Also have Patreon and other such links down there as well. All right, enough rambling, enough stalling. We'll see you guys next week.